So it is First Light. You are listening to the Pledge Radio. Good morning. My name is Elsie B. And joining me today, I have local author Karen Stacy. And Karen has written a new book called Seeing Christmas that we are going to discuss today. Good morning, Karen.
Good morning.
Glad to have you with us.
Oh, so good to be here.
So tell us a little bit about this book.
Well, the book originally was a poem that I wrote for my family for Christmas. It had probably about 5 years ago, I was feeling like everybody's saying Christmas is so materialistic, and I just didn't feel that way. And so I wanted to express to my family on Christmas morning how I felt about it, and decided to do it in a way of writing a poem about it. And it took me a few years to write it. You know, I kept bringing it up and trying to write it, and it didn't come together. And then finally one year it came together, and I read it to them, and they were like, "Mom, you need to make that a book." They just loved it. So
how old were your children?
actually, they're adult children. So I was
Okay.
reading this to my adult children and grandchildren. My kids are in their 30s, and their kids are anywhere from newborn to 9 years old.
And the book that you've written is a children's book.
Yep, it's a illustrated picture book. I hesitate to call it a children's book because I feel like it's really a book for all ages. Because I wrote it for my adult children, really wanting to express to them how I see it, how I see Jesus in everything. You know, I see him in the tree, I see him in the lights, I see him in the gifts, and I don't see any of that as materialistic. I see his spirit coming through in all of it. So, and I want everyone to see it that way. So
That's really beautiful.
Yeah.
So would you like to share your book, your poem with us?
I would love to. I
All
would love
right.
to share it. I would love to read it like I read it to my family on Christmas morning.
Beautiful. Go for it.
All right. Okay, it's called Seeing Christmas. It's that time of year. Are you ready to see? Come take a look at Christmas with me. The tree with all of the ornaments, tradition and memories bring so much enjoyment. The toys, we can hardly wait to open them up and play all day. The lights, they sparkle and shine, filling the room with beauty divine. Our family, we're all here together, no matter the distance or roughest of weather. The gifts, it's very exciting, wrapped up all pretty and oh so inviting. The food, it tastes just like bliss. We are so very blessed to be eating like this. The village, it stands all aglow, lit up and covered in a blanket of snow. The stockings, we almost forgot. Sweet little gifts that still mean a lot. But wait, is this what Christmas is all about? Some say no, but I want to shout, yes it is, so perfectly, and here is what I hope you'll see. The tree is Jesus, full of memories and love, our history together, it all comes from above. The toys are Jesus, because they bring joy to sweet little girls and cute little boys. The lights are Jesus, they remind us he shines in our hearts with peace throughout all of time. Our family is Jesus, now that is for sure. We're here for each other with patience that endures. The gifts are Jesus, all given in kindness, for he's renewed our hearts and healed all our blindness. The food is Jesus, we taste his goodness. In each little bite there is flavor and fullness. The village is Jesus, lit up from inside, a gentle reminder within us he abides. The stockings are Jesus, but he never forgets, full of faithfulness always, ever ready to bless. So you see, it's all Jesus. He's everywhere. If you look, you will find him. So be fully aware.
That's really beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
How talented you are.
So I was able to incorporate all the fruits of the Spirit into each of those different things. And that's, I think, why it took me so long to write it, because I was trying to show that it's really the fruits of his Spirit in everything where we can see him.
So your children and grandchildren, is this a tradition now to read the book on Christmas?
Well, it just was last Christmas 2 Christmases ago. So last Christmas I was in the middle of making it a book, and But for sure, yeah, Christmas morning will be a time when we will read this together. And actually, my grandkids, every time they come over to my house now, they want to read it. So
Oh,
it gets
how
read a
sweet.
lot more often. They're so proud. They're so like, Grandma's an author. And, they're just, it's fascinating to watch them and see their response to what it's become. And
That's really
it's been really
sweet.
a blessing.
And it's illustrated as well.
Yes, it's illustrated by Joel Schoon Tanis. He's from
Oh,
Holland, Michigan.
yes,
He's
local
a very
guy.
local, well-known artist. I waited a year. That's why it took longer, because when I first did it, I was like, if I'm going to make this a book, I have some of Joel's artwork in my home, and I was like, I would really love Joel to be the one to illustrate it, but he was super busy, and I said, I'll wait for you, and so I kept waiting and waiting, and it took about a year before he was able to do it, but I'm so glad I waited, because it's just gorgeous. I mean, what he did with it is just beautiful.
So if our listeners would like to get a copy of your book, how may they do so?
They could either go to littlebirdpressonline.com, which is my website, or there's a few different stores around town. There's the Apothecary Gift Store in Holland, and then in Grand Rapids, there's Baker Bookstore, Kriegel Bookstore, a few different gift shops like Peruse and Re-Inspired Treasures. Lots of different shops like that.
Well, that's
So,
exciting.
yeah,
Congratulations,
thank you
Karen.
So
glad to
much.
have you on. And I know this will make an excellent pre-Christmas gift or Christmas
Yes.
gift for many families.
Yes, I hope it's just a blessing, and I hope it inspires people to really feel more of Jesus in their Christmas experience.
Amen.